Oh, hey, hello, everyone. Yep, we're playing another Mario game. In the case the human disguise didn't give it away. So, yeah, that's that. And considering the circumstances, I can once again use the soundboard. So, that's good. Now we can play funny noises when things happen. So, yeah, okay. But that's neither here nor there. Um, so I've been having this weird thought. Do I need a different background because I don't actually live underwater, and I'm not talking about the entire underwater aesthetic. No, I'm just talking about the background, like behind me and Aqua over here. Something to think about, I suppose. Anyway, we are playing Super Mario Bros. 2 on this very, very hot day today, so that's where we are at. So yeah, um, in case it's not immediately obvious, we are playing the Super Mario All Stars version. For well, reason being, I just speak. Keep your pants on. Anyway, reason being, the original NES version, while still a solid game, it does have some flaws, like actually being fairly being a bit more difficult on account of not being able to switch characters if you lose a life, and only having two continues and start all the way from the beginning again if you lose all those continues and game over after that. So yeah. Yeah. So any SNES version it is. Okay, so in case you're completely unfamiliar with this game, which this is also the game I'm hilariously more unfamiliar with compared to the rest. It's a story, yeah. Mario opened the door after climbing a long stair in his dream. Another world spread before him, and he heard a voice call for help to be freed from a spell. After awakening, Mario went to a cave nearby, and to his surprise, he saw exactly what he saw in his dream. So yeah, the entire thing with this game is it's a dream, and you actually have four characters to play with. So let's start with Mario first. But Mario and his friends don't Doki Doki Panic in the world of Sapka. Ah. Yeah, if you know about the history of this game, I'm not going to mention what the history is because treating it like it's like foreign uncommon knowledge is like an easy way to get mocked out of the room. So yeah. Simply put, it was originally conceived as a Mario like purely co-op platformer, but it was turned into single player and was due to a what's it called, a collaboration between Nintendo and Fuji TV, it became its own thing with its own characters. But of course, that was only a temporary thing, and yeah, as a result, overseas it will be retold as Super Mario Bros. 2 and as Super Mario USA in Japan. The different characters aren't the only difference. There's more differences like having a run button and Mario changing thighs if he only has one heart left. Oh, although it's purely aesthetic, he does not actually become small. He just looks small, which is incredibly confusing, but yeah. Now, Alice said this is also the game I'm the least familiar with. I know it exists. I've done a few practice runs of it, but it was on the Switch with restore points and rewinds. Yeah, so I kind of cheated. So what? Anyway, as you can probably very clearly tell right from the get-go, gameplay is incredibly different here. Like, instead of doing the usual where you know, hit blocks and jump on enemies, you instead grab stuff out of the ground, wherever there's this red grass growing, and you throw it at enemies. Yeah. Mario also has a nifty little super jump he can use, which he can use to reach up higher places. Yay. Okay, yeah, stopwatch, it freezes time. Yeah, I know a lot has been happening at once. There was that red potion thing which takes you away in a weird area called subspace, where you can get coins, which become relevant later. Yeah. You can also get these mushrooms, which give you extra health. Very important. However, your time in this subspace area is limited. Also, I've actually found the alternate route through this level. Would you look at that? Also, introducing ninjas. You might have noticed shy guys appearing, as well as... Well, these weird bird enemies we saw, and yeah. Several things that are commonplace in Mario now actually originated from this game. I think they were even around in the whole Doki Doki Panic thing, when yeah. But I'm not sure about that. I don't know much about the quote-unquote original version of this game other than that it exists. So yeah. I mean, nowadays the fact that this used to be a different game is pretty common knowledge. But they're kinda cute? Yeah, they are. Okay. Whoop. And here, introducing Birdo. So, in the Japanese booklet, this was interesting. She was referred to as a man and he thinks he's a girl. So basically, as transphobic as it sounded, I mean, it was clearly intended to be that. With hashtag trans rights, by the way. As transphobic as it sounded, yeah, we basically had a transgender character as early as Super Mario Bros. 2. And now you know why Birdo is, to this day, still commonly headcanoned as being transgender. And I grew up with GBA version of Super Mario Bros. 2. Oh yeah, you know, I think a cousin of mine had the game actually. But there's still an icon in my eyes. Oh, she totally is. Let's be honest, she's totally trans. But yeah, of course, that thing in the book that would not fly nowadays, of course. Thankfully. I'm not sure if this can be timed or if there's or if this is a case similar to you know, to the Super Mario Bros. 3 is a roulette minigame where it literally just blatantly cheats. Now, as I said, this game has multiple characters, and I'm going to go with Peach next, because she can float, and that's going to make this particular level a bit easier. She's slower, but as I said, she can float. Also, introducing Pidgeots, which would appear again later in Super Mario World if you clear the special world, where they replace the bullet bills. And they would also appear in, I think, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, but I'm not sure. Could have been a different game. Oh, would you look at that? I found another potion. Okay, let's create another subspace door and go in. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Now, of course, if you want to get all of that extra health, you kinda just have to figure out why those mushrooms appear in, you know, in the alternate world place thing. Also, introducing keys, as well as Fentos, which you might remember from Super Mario Bros. 1's Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Yeah, if you have a key, these things will chase you down relentlessly and... Okay, but they're also easily gained by just throwing the key constantly. That does not give them a chance to appear. They actually get a cool spawning animation in the GBA remake. Yeah, Peach straight to the best character in SB2. Always thought the floating is so powerful. It is, yeah. Anyway, if you thought Fanta was terrifying, he's going to get a lot more terrifying later on, trust me. Okay, you go in there. Also, yeah, Snippets. Snippets also appear in this game. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Or not. I guess you're too thick to fit through. Okay. There, no, they are gone. Okay, I guess I need to make the hole a bit bigger, because... Oh dear, and now I'm small. Well, by technicality, like I said, you are not actually small, the hitbox is still the same. Because in this game's original version, which I should really stop talking about, there was no such thing as shrinking when you were at a single health point. But yeah, Peach is incredibly powerful, because she can just float and That basically just lets her bullshit her way out of most platforming challenges in this game. Okay, gotta remember I got a super jump thing I can do. Yeah, I think this gave us... No. No, take that heart, thank you very much. Was this the one? No, 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 no. Oh, let me guess. Genuinely weird thing, Peter be so silent for me. Haha. True. Alright, they added all those voice clips to the Super Mario Advance versions. Which was so welcome in damn. Which was so welcome in regards to Yoshi's Island because you got all the modern Yoshi noises. Also, you might have noticed that I've been referring to her as Peach, while back in this at this point in time she was still called Princess Toadstool in English regions. So just like Dr. Eggman with Sonic, Peach always was referred to as Peach in Japanese. They apparently changed the name in Nintendo in the US and Europe because they thought Peach was a really weird name for a ruler of a kingdom of mushrooms. Which they later changed their mind on, so yeah. Okay, at least I got an extra life out of it, so that's good. Okay, come on. Damn. Well, I've never heard of Bowser's name for the Battle TVH. True. Yeah, contrary to popular beliefs, he was always called Bowser, even in Kuna's as early as the booklet of Mario 1, I think. Yeah. Although his name is never mentioned in game, so there's that. Okay, okay. Things are going a little quick again, so speaking of quick, Toad is actually the fastest character. He also, however, drops the fastest. I think he's also the strongest. Okay, I'm not sure where I would be able to use this to... Ah! You know what, I'll use it here. Hopefully the mushroom is also close by. Aha, it's literally right there. I should probably grab it first. Because, well, gambling for extra lives is fun! Fastest, strongest, worst jump. Yeah. I forget the GBA version actually gives you stats, so yeah. Okay, well I died, which gives me the perfect opportunity to show off Luigi. It was a bit more slippery. I'm not sure if that's also the case in this game. But he also has a higher jump compared to the rest. Although I think he's less powerful and less fast than Mario, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I wonder, can I game the system and get myself another mushroom and thus more health? But yeah, as I was trying to say, the GBA version does actually show stats for the characters on the character select screen. Oh, that's nifty. Okay, okay. Let's try this again. Okay, no. I think the game's on to me. Yeah, I guess I'll grab this cherry. There we go. If you don't exit out of the subspace area, you will just be teleported back outside. Eep. Okay, when am I going to get the Fell for it again awards? Okay, I'm just going to do this with Peach, because, you know. Honestly, Peach can just solo this game, no problem. Because, again, she floats. So less powerful and slightly less fast, but stronger vertical jump. Especially with his charge jump. Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure that's... Okay, game's on to me again. I'm pretty sure that the one super jump he can do in Super Paper Mario might be a direct reference to that. But I'm not sure. Could just be unintentional. But I like to think it's intentional, damn it. Okay, okay, more veggies. Also, yes, this is where Peach actually got her veggie plucking and throwing move from Smash. Okay, okay. Not sure where this game's going to be tossing another mushroom at me, but I'm just going to guess... Here-ish? No, but I will at least get... Okay, never mind. I think I know what's going on. I think the game has a hard limit on how many coins you actually can get per level. And I guess they were actually retained between... Yeah. Between lives. Okay, okay. And this is where the carrying stuff really comes into play, because... yeah. Lots of verticality in this game, and there's some puzzles. I think they want to have a bit of SMB2 back in melee with a float vegetable. Let's not forget the Mushroom Kingdom 2 stage. It's the one that's actually set in, you know, Subcon as opposed to the Mushroom Kingdom, despite the name. So yeah. Which also has Birdo show up in it. I'm quite glad the stage actually returned in Smash Ultimate, because I always felt it was kind of overlooked. Okay, okay. I can just game Fanto a little by having him not show up at all by throwing the key around. Makes everything a lot easier, you know? Huh. I'm glad I remember the platform was there. Okay, okay. Which side is more worth it? Yeah, if you're playing speech, it literally is just not easy. There. More cherries, also give me the heart, please. Also, the hearts are way more plentiful in the GBA remake. I should know because I have played that version, but for some reason I just decided maybe it's more fun to just play the SNES version, but not the original, absolutely not. Okay, you might be wondering, huh, where's Birdo? Well, there's no Birdo here. Instead, we have our first proper boss of the game. Just clearing this wall for the big reveal, and there he is. Say hello to Mouser. Yep. Oh shit, alright. Well, no, he's actually a mouse, probably. Although, nice sunglasses though. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. Let's do this again. Yeah, I think the maximum is 10 coins, because I did have 10, and that kind of tracks with what kept happening in when I played the GBA remake on my Switch 2. It's a Switch 2. Okay. Well, because I got 2 cherries, I still got 2 extra lives, because if the first one is a cherry, you're always guaranteed to at least get 1 extra life. Man, remember when Death Charge played Clover Pit on this channel? Because, yeah, oh dang it, indeed. Because Turbulence lured him into a trap which he could only escape from by playing the game on stream. Yeah, that was interesting. Had a hell of a lot of cleanup to do afterwards, though, so... Yeah. I remember that. Okay, good. Yeah, it was highly amusing. Okay, again, I would like to believe this can be timed, but... Well... Here's the thing. Slot machines in Nintendo games kinda like to cheat sometimes. If you know what I mean. So, yeah. Like, if you think you got the time, that it will slightly speed up when it before it stops again, or, you know... Yeah, to make sure it doesn't actually land on the thing. Also say hello to... I think they're called Cobrats. I know they're not called Crowbats. In fact, I don't think Crobat even existed on this game. Yeah. They're like, kind of like real-life slot machines. Yeah, I mean, those are just designed to make you lose, so yeah. So that tracks. Also, yeah, the shell just breaks if it hits a wall, unlike in other Mario games. Which hilariously actually got changed in, yeah, in the GBA remake. Where it actually rebounds against walls. Oh, hello. Oop. Oh, there it is. Thank you, sir. Can I have another? Okay, better not get greedy. Don't worry. This game teaches you that you can safely stand on cacti. It's perfectly fine. Okay, also say hello to Panzers. Basically, this game's equivalent of the Hammer Bros. They can be quite annoying. Although a much worse variant gets introduced much later in the game. Not even sure it's much later, just later. Also, right. Digging through sand. It's a thing you can do in this game for some reason. Just keep in mind the Shy Guys will use the gaps you leave behind. And keep in mind that if you're small, your hitbox is still 2 tiles tall. Like Dig Dug. I don't know, I've never played Dig Dug. What's Dig Dug about? This dolphin lives under many rocks. I know I don't look like a dolphin right now, but it's just a disguise. Kind of like that. I see. Sounds like it could make for an interesting game. Okay, no worse for wear. That's a good thing. That is a good thing, right? I would say it's a good thing at least. Damn. Missed. Which egg's the question? Where does Birdo keep all those eggs? Like, she just seems to have an infinite supply of the damn things. Okay, I suppose I know the answer. The answer is it's a video game, don't worry about it. Video game logic just do be like that. Okay, good, extra life. I'm already at 10 lives, and I have a feeling I'm going to need more of them, because this game is not easy. At least from my experience, I feel like this game is not exactly easy. It might be, it might not be, I'm not sure. Screw it, I'm just going with Peach again. She kind of just trivializes a lot of the game. Honestly, if you're struggling with this game, she's a good pick if you like, she's just a good beginner pick, honestly. Okay, what do we have here? It's another shell. Eat. Yeah, it's another potion. Really, I'm going to need whatever reward I can get from these. Damn. Oh well, let's try that again. Hopefully with less tripping over little small balls when it gets shot. Super Mario Bros. 2, baby. Oh right, isn't he the guy who keeps calling that game of the year every single time, every year, every time? Like all year, every year, something like that. Yes, okay. Good, I remembered. I'm somewhat familiar with Video Game Donkey. Probably should check out more of his stuff, however. Probably. Okay, where should I drop this thing? Here, maybe? No. Just so you know, I'm so unfamiliar with this game, I have no clue where to find all those mushrooms that give me extra health. Also, yes, here's a pokey. You can actually safely stand on them in this game. And they're also green. It was not the Super Mario World that they actually became impossible to stand on. So you had to either jump over them, use your cape to hit them with it, or just have Yoshi eat them. I haven't had time to watch Spurs anymore, but I remember he's still too. It's still a little too much alcohol making absolute shitposts unrelated to video games. That's strange. Also, I'm surprised I managed to do that while reading your message there. I should not do that, because you know what they say about texting and driving? You do not do it. Which reminds me, I knew this guy who would regularly text and drive. It's a miracle nothing happened to him. Okay, also I managed to get that black sniffet out of the way there. Bit of a thing about all this sand. It's really difficult to actually throw something at an enemy while you're, while you have all those layers of terrain. So don't count on that working all the time. Also, red bird though. Still fires eggs, but is also able to shoot fireballs and also shoots much faster. Huh. So you can't do that in this game. Okay, so in the GBA remake, you can actually grab Birdo's ribbon for some reason and throw it away. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's a thing, and I think it's funny. Also, like just about any character she's voiced in that game. You remember doing that before? Okay. It's such a weird and random thing, and throwing it at Birdo just makes it get back on her head again, but... yeah. It's a thing you can do for some reason, it's really funny. Okay. Well, they don't get any coins, so no bonus lives for me. I'm just going with Peach again. I think next level I'm going to switch it up, though, just to make things a little interesting. Oh look, it's another one of them potions. I'm not missing out on coins this time around. Okay, did not grab that cherry at the end, but okay. Also, look, it's lots of Bezos thinking they are cheaps. Okay, that's too high. I'm going to have to stand on one of these guys in order to... Okay. I would like to get up there, please. I also keep falling off whenever I think I'm safely standing on. Not what I tried to do, but that was interesting, I suppose. Yeah, excuse me, we've got to the point of the stream where Mr. Bradford struggles with the simplest of tasks, I'm sorry. Never mind. You know, never mind. I already said never mind, why don't I live up to that? There's probably nothing too important out there anyway. And before it's another potion that can take me to subspace and thus to a mushroom to increase my health, and I'm just missing it now, but... Gimme. Now, I don't think you actually get extra lives for hitting plenty of enemies with a star, but... it feels satisfying to do it anyway. Boop. Oh. Should have waited a little because now I missed the heart. Oh well. Okay. Ooh, that was too close. Because remember, you still have a hitbox that's twice as tall. Despite the fact you look way smaller. Probably a holdover from the fact that this game was actually never made with the turning small on your last hit point in mind, so yeah. Or... look, I couldn't even squeeze into that gap, as you might have noticed. Okay, Fanto's woken up again. I can tell this is going to get awkward. Okay. There we go. Minimal Fanto nuisance. How do you like them apples? I say about there's multiple cherries on screen. I don't know, it just sounded funny to me. Oh, hello, a star. That's going to make getting those cherries much easier. Although hilariously, I think the cherries are for getting stars, so I'm not sure why I decided to pick them up, but look, pickable, like pick upable item or up pickable item, how you want to say it. So picking it up feels good. That's the conclusion I'm drawing from this. Okay, I'm taking this one with me. Okay, okay. Boop. Well, it's boss time. Good old power blocks. Yep. Lovely things, aren't they? Okay, so hello to Triglide, a three-headed snake thing. Just throw these mushroom-shaped blocks at him and that'll do him in real good. There we go. As it turns out, mushroom blocks and Triglide do not get along fab. I'm not sure why I decided to say it like that, but it amused me. Okay, well, one life at least. Goody goody. Yeah, come on. Boo. I would love to have more lives. It would make everything a lot less worrisome. So yeah. Man. Okay, well, I did promise I was going to change things up a bit, so I think I'm going to go back to Mario for the next level. Just so you know, I'm going to default to Peach again if I'm struggling too much. Ow, my eyes. This wonderful background has not aged particularly well. This also has SMB2? It is, yeah. I specifically picked this version because it makes certain things a bit more bearable. For example, you can actually switch characters if if you lose a life, and you also have an infinite amount of continues because the game saves to a save file. In the original, if you game over 3 times, you would have to start from the beginning again. And I was like, nah, that's a bit much. I'm not going to contend with that. Yep, indeed. Just have like a struggle and a half, and I'm not gonna be privy to that. If I had to guess, the mushroom's gonna be down there. It's not. Okay, okay. Whoop. Okay. I think that... Ah, right, here's the annoying one. It's a blue panzer. It fires in an arc just like the red one, but it also moves towards you. Yeah. As I said, annoying. Hello, Birdo. Okay. One more hit should do her in real good. There. That's probably where that ladder was, if I had to guess. Yeah, probably, but you can't carry things down ladders, at least not from what I've tried, so... Then again, I suppose I would have to, like, create the door up there, then enter subspace, go down the ladder real quick and grab what I can before I'm kicked out again. But that's just my guess. Also, say hello to Ostro. Fun fact about Ostro, Birdo and Ostro's names are, for some reason, flipped around in the original and this version. They're probably up top and coins down below. That would also make sense, yeah. Okay, so this level. I do not particularly like this level. I keep getting lost in it. Yeah. There we go. I did not just screw myself, did I? Well, I did lose a life, but... Okay, let's assess the situation carefully. I almost took that Bezo for a ride. Which I wouldn't mind. I mean, Peach is a princess after all. She wouldn't mind having some servants. Okay, no. She's royalty, but she's kind. She's kind-hearted. Very kind-hearted. That's like her whole deal. Okay. Look at me, I'm making the same mistake again. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay. This room. This room is basically my entire problem with this level. Ow, sorry about the flashing. Basically, this room is simply put just really annoying to navigate. Because here's the thing, there's grass up there. And now we kinda need to make a run for it with the item. There. Okay, but that did it though. Keep in mind that Doki Doki Panic did not have a run button. I wonder how you would have to solve this puzzle in that version. There. It's probably more to the left, but I'm too afraid to try and float over that gap. I'm surprised I survived that. Okay, needs a little longer. There we go. Okay. Seems like the game is not intent on making this easy for me, but... Okay, there we go. And through the gap. Anything over here? Oh, there's I think they're called porcupines. Although they do kind of look like hairy hedgehog from Yoshi's Island. Oh, hello. Sorry, I plucked all the grass of it. Fuck me. Okay. Let us never speak of that again, and we shall continue. Okay. Birdos here. Hello. Clip that. Oh no, I'm scared. Also, hello Thomas, it's been a while, I feel like. Unless you've been lurking in my streams like every once in a while and simply haven't noticed. Which is also possible. Wow, this game is just not on my side today, it seems. Yeah, hearts will just spawn in walls if the game feels like being mean to you, so yeah. I've been lurking a bit. Okay. Okay, world 3-3. Fun fact, there are 7 worlds in this game, and there's only 2 levels in the final world. Which is actually a holdover from this game's original version. Uh-oh. Also, bar bombs, they also get introduced in this game. Also, yes, it's pronounced bar bomb, not bomb. Then that's a serious pet peeve of mine. Since I showed how to play on Switch 2, darn. Oh well, hopefully you get it soon, Thomas, because it will be fun to have one. I don't know what at the end of the level you already been just insulted at the point. It kinda is, yeah. I mean, you don't need it anymore, but like it's like the game just gives you a final fuck you before you, you know, get out of there. Which frankly is just not very nice, let's be honest here. Okay. There's a locked door, so we'll be seeing our buddy Fantio again soon. By which I mean we will see him, but he probably won't be any nuisance considering we have a very effective way of dealing with him. I'm just saying. Right. Introducing vases that spawn Shy Guys. Things can get a little bit overwhelming eventually. This would continue on in Super Mario Bros. 3, where we would have pipes that spawn Goombas. And then in Super Mario Maker, you can make pipes spawn just about anything. Just depends on how mean you're feeling that day, I suppose. What are those two sparks doing up there? Okay. Remember to throw the key around occasionally, so Vento can't do shit. Or can't do diddly squat if you want to be a little quirky. Oh, would you look at that, I accidentally knocked out the Shy Guy. Maybe the original Super Bros 2, it's very hard to making you lose all your progress. Yep. There's no continues in the game. Well, there's 2 continues. You get 2. If you run out of them and game over, that's it. I mean, there are warp zones. I have no idea where they are, mind you, but I do know they exist. I love how Fender just keeps popping into the room like, okay, I'm gonna get you. Aw. Okay, now I'm going to get you. Aw, come on. Oh, now I'm definitely going to get you. Ah. And he does not get the chance to actually, you know, get me. Oop. Okay, I was ducking. I was probably safe there. I do like the cave music from this game, though. Although I kinda, for some reason, like the NES version more. When I tried to give you one try of all characters. Yeah, the original won't actually let you switch characters if you lose a life in a level. No, instead you have to stick with the character you are already playing as. The actual original version, however, oh, that one's brutal. You have to stick with whichever character you picked, and that's it. Oh, hello, Fento. What are you doing here? We must stop meeting like this. Okay, I'm not going to be getting up there. And go for this door. Okay. Bad guy wants to go that way, okay. I forget what these are called. But the birds that were carrying out bob-bombs, those are known as albatrosses. Because, you know, they are albatross that toss things at you. Such creative naming. You know the reason that does Luigi? Ah, I see. It would make sense that some things can only be done by certain characters, yeah. Although the game is beatable with all of them. Easiest with Peach, apparently. I think Doki Doki Panic gets you to out of all 3 levels in the world. Oh, just all 3? Oh, well, I read it was like the entirety of the game, but okay. That sounds quite a bit better. Oops. I forgot that it treats the grass as a block. Basically, oops. Well, it's sure is a good thing every door is a checkpoint. Okay, can I save the... Yeah. I was about to say, okay, good, I saved myself, but no, I had an extra heart. Lol. Unfortunate, but eh. Okay. Okay. This level's gone on for quite a while. I wonder if we find the boss here. Okay, Mr. Squee, hey. Oh, hello, Inflator Fin, good to see you. Or Siren, whichever you prefer. Although Siren does feel a bit more personal, so I guess I'll go with Siren. Because, yay, friendship. It's good to see you today. Welcome. Is all good? Okay. Anyway, boss time. It's Mouser again. Who I think gets replaced by Roberto in the GBA remake. In this instance. And this Mouser fight's actually moved to later on in the game. Yeah, fun little fact, for those who only played the GBA version. There's no Roberto in in the original or the All-Stars version. Yep. Mouser, could you sit still, please? I would like to blow you up. I was getting overwhelmed by the absolute onslaught of bombs being thrown my way. Also, I would like to pardon the flashing, because there's a lot of flashing going on, because, you know, older games, so they did not really think about people with epilepsy yet at the time. Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting me to hit you from the rear, were you? Okay, one more hit should do it. Oh, he actually gets more hit points, okay. He's getting wise to me. There we go, finally. I guess things just did not click for Mouser. You're welcome. Okay. Are we actually going to get some extra lives or nah? Well, what is going on? I'm going to take a sip of water. Yeah, the explosive exit. Yeah, that too. Okay, everyone, it's a good pun. Let's all laugh. Wow, no lives. Sheesh. Oh well. Wait, no, okay, I see what this. No, this is wait. You have to end up beating every single level 4 characters to beat Doki Defending. That's so weird. Why would they have to beat the game 4 times to, you know, beat it? I was really dropped the ball. It's so fast. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, in my efforts to try and pluck some grass out of a solid block of ice, I managed to slip and fall. Oops. If you warp, you still have to go back. Oh, wow. That just sounds like an exercise in frustration to me. Like, what were they thinking when they designed that? Damn it. Well, I'm glad the game got released in a much more talking is hard, sorry. In a much more polished state overseas, as well as later in Japan. Okay, okay. I'm doing quite good, actually, not gonna lie. I think those practice runs I've been doing has paid off. Oh, another potion. Am I going to get a mushroom? I would like extra health, please. Aha! Now I'm fast enough, maybe I can... No, no, no. The gap's too small if it's at the edge of the screen. Anyway, we're going to space. Why? Nah, I'm kidding. We're just going a little higher. Space. Yes, indeed. Man, that would be fun to just get sent to space randomly. I mean, considering this entire game is just a dream Mario has, it would have worked. Like, we could have had some bizarre things happening, like they just naff off into space for some reason. Okay, boss time. Oh, no. I kind of forgot, this level just does not have a boss for some reason. Okay, give me lives, please. Thank you. Okay, yeah, they may have gone a bit too hard on the flashing effects on the screen. Yeah, this is a really weird level. Sheesh. Okay, okay. You know, maybe at the beginning of the stream I should have given an epilepsy warning. Oh well, better late than never, I suppose. Well, at least I got a life, and oh, now we're in an ice cave. Well, that was actually pretty short-lived. Okay, these red bees are just gone for you immediately. Now back to our program anime seizure robot. Why does it sound like that could be like an actual title of an anime? I'm not crazy to think that, right? It sounds like it could be, you know. Oh look, fellow cetaceans. We got the whales. Look at that. We got whales, and they are spraying water from the blowhole. Yay, whales! Yep, indeed. But do be careful, the water does actually hurt if you bump into it. Nice to whale you. Yep. I'm pretty sure Wales is also a place in England. Although it's spelled differently. Ah, here's the potion. Okay, no mushroom, but at least I get more coins to try the bonus game. Now I'm just going to sit here for safety while I get kicked out. There we go. Okay. I know it's very satisfying to spray from your blowhole, Mr. Whale, but oh, does the top not hurt you? Huh. But yeah, I would like to pass this level safely. Oh, you can stand on the water, okay. That makes sense, that's a pretty common video game trope, actually. Boing. Now that vase over there looks pretty peculiar, just sitting there in the open. I'm curious, I'm going to go check. There's nothing here. Well, okay. Thanks, game. Thanks for getting thanks for getting me excited only to, you know, disappoint me afterwards. I think I think I can, you know. Okay. Basically has me feeling like... Oh. No, that's my ride. Oh, dang. Anything good? No, of course not. Okay. So these weird things, despite there being an M on them, the names aren't Mario. No, those are called auto bombs, I think. Okay, who are we facing today? Birdo. But it's the end of the level of the world, isn't it? Whoop. Or is this the one weird level where you suddenly get an extra boss afterwards? No. Huh. Jeez, World 4 was it? World 4 is really weird. Not sure how to feel about that. Well, it's another extra life, so that's nice. Huh? What was that about? Why did I get extra coins? That's never happened to me before. Like, I've played this game a few times, but that has never happened to me before. Damn it. Okay. I've, like, gotten nothing besides cherries. I hope Birdo becomes playable in next Super Smash Bros. Game. I mean, that would be nice. I'm not sure if there will be another Smash Bros. Game, but... I suppose it would be nice if she's playable, yeah. I thought that was going to be the one. I thought we were going to have 3 turnips. I'm just going to stick with Peach, it just makes everything a lot easier for me. Oh no, I've been miscounting. This is 4-3, my bad. Also, this is a weird one. Yeah, Birdo just shows up at the start of the level. So what you're supposed to do here is... Birdo? Oh, there you are. What you're supposed to do here is stand on one of our eggs and Fly across this gap. This is the final time the pink birdo actually shows up, and people have their theories. People think that this is basically Birdo having a heel face turn, and she decides to ally herself with the heroes. And I think there's a manga that actually has that be the case, even in a snowy area. So yeah, I think this is where Birdo decides, okay, I'm going to be friends with these guys. And maybe some things aren't entirely, a dream, because she would actually end up becoming friends with Mario and his friends, and especially Yoshi. So yeah. I forget what these things are called, but they kind of remind me of Bumpties from Yoshi's Island. Although visually they look more like the marching mildies. Marching milds? I'm not sure what they are. I'm not sure I am supposed to pronounce it, because Mario games don't really have a pronunciation guide, so yeah. Only 77 cherries is 3 coins, 3 coin bonus in All-Stars version. Huh, I see. I did not know that. Okay, there we go. I'm taking you for a ride. Your friend will just have to stay up there, sorry. No, cherries 77, not 77 cherries. Ah, I see. That's really interesting. Okay, okay. But yeah, I love how spooky the background gets here with the big Fento's eyes lighting up whenever you grab the key. Really ominous. Kind of like you're inside of some sort of ancient temple and you pick up something you're not supposed to, and then it causes, causes a giant boulder to roll at you and stuff. And did I just throw it down too far and despawn the key? Oops. Okay, let's get ourselves a spare key or something. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it is really neat. Yeah, I don't think that's the case in the original, because, it's an NES game. They probably wouldn't have been able to handle that if you never tried. And there's some games on the NES which I think look really good for NES games, like Super Mario Bros. 3, for example. Well, that was awkward. There we go. Okay, you can't just show the door there and not expect me to go look in here, but there's nothing, okay. There's notification for Starbucks Switch 2 is getting ready to be shipped. It is. Huh. I was gonna say hello to Fry Guy. Fry Guy is a big ball of fire, and he spits fire at you. It calls some crazy X, but it looks so good. Indeed, yeah. I would say even this game looks pretty good, even on the NES. Wait, when is Star Fox Switch 2 releasing? I'm misremembering when it was going to release. I thought it was next week. Am I stupid? Why not Fry Guy wear a mask? I mean, clearly he does not want to burn his eyes. Which is kind of pointless because, he's literally a big ball of fire. It is coming out next week? Oh, I see. Damn it. Oh god, this fucker, I forgot about him. Yeah, this one is awful. Oh, I hope I don't game over against him, because then I would have to do the wrestler's rolls again. There we go, but that's not it. No, 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 no. He decided to split himself up into tiny versions of himself that jump around more aggressively if, yeah. If there's less of them, and yeah. The Fry Guy is just awful. Oh my gosh, I completely lost track of the other one. Yeah, I figured it would coming out next week. Yeah. Usually whenever a game is about to release, it always gets... The place I purchase my games always ships them out like a day before release, usually. So then it should, just to be extra sure, it arrives on release. So yeah. Oh, I can't float while I'm falling like that, okay. Okay. I'm going to be struggling with this boss, please bear with me. This is not an easy one. Is it? Did I knock out two of them once again? Okay, there's one left. There we go. We did it!
Hey!
I hope the soundboard is not too loud. Say, isn't it usually the rule with slot machines that if you get a cherry period, you get, you know, you get at least something? Or am I crazy and do I just not know my slot machines? I could have checked in Fallout New Vegas, you know. But I always do blackjack in Fallout because it's the most efficient one. Also, really unfortunate hits out there. Oh, right. So just like Pikmin 2 later, yeah, there's gotcha traps in the game where there's just ball bombs that pop out of grass you pluck and then explode soon after. So this will be in slot 1 for extra life. Yeah, but I mean like in real slot machines. Because I think in the GBA Pokemon games, if you get like the Pokeball shaped cherries, you know the cherry shaped Pokeballs. Like if you get them periods, you always get like you get play coins like regardless. Man, I miss the game corners in Pokemon. Oh right, the fish. I forget what these things are called, but they are not cheeps. That's what I do know. Also, I was so much struggling with this so bad last time. Can I throw this upwards or... No, I can't. Let me guess. Figured. Oh, I've maxed out on coins already. Okay. Well, that was mean, game. Also, he has a green bird though. This one only shoots out fireballs. Never eggs. Eh. Um... Well, Birdo decides he really likes to be next to that mushroom block. It's mine. There. That'll show her. Also, the green one in GBA versions always introduces herself with, "I'm ready for you this time." But she says it in such a weird and suggestive way, it kinda comes off like a double entendre. So, yeah. Again, I want to believe this can be timed, but... Yeah. It's never worked out for me. Which, well, where have we heard that before, eh? Okay, at least we're getting oh, we're getting 2 lives at minimum. You don't need to flash that much. Okay, but you do not seem to get extra coins if, you know, if there's 2 cherries and the last one is a 7. Okay, up we go. I know I've been mostly doing this as Peach, but he just makes this so easy. Yeah, the flashing really is aggressive on this. Sheesh. Yeah. Okay, can I hit all these at once, or...? No, I can't. I've hit none of them. Okay, okay. I didn't think I was going to safely get my way through there, so... Wait a second. Potion? No, it's a bomb. Well, we can finally break this open. Where does this go then? It's some porcupines. Harry Hedgehog from Yoshi's Island is such a much better name for them. Okay, for because I'm feeling the mushroom might appear on the right side, I'm going to place a door here. Oh, look at that, I was correct. Okay, just to be sure I don't miss it, I'm going to grab it now. There we go. I just had a feeling, you know? Or maybe I did the same thing last time I played this and... Yeah. My brain was just like, oh, mushroom will spawn here. Place door here. Which, yeah, I would say that's how my brain tends to work, yeah. Yeah, keeping this with me. At least until then. Okay. Ah, great, more black sniffits. So is it getting hot for you guys? Although, then again, I think for Tomaze and Siren, I think it's actually incredibly cold now, because it's winter in Australia, isn't it? Because, you know, Southern Hemisphere and everything. Oh, I can't float, I can't float. Yeah, winter, it sucks. Oops. It does, yeah. Meanwhile, summer is in full swing over here, and it's like, what? 29 degrees Celsius today for me. And I think tomorrow is going to be pretty free. Like, is the weather okay? Is Mother Nature doing alright? 9 degrees Celsius and lowering to 7 overnight. Oh, crikey. That's... Yikes. Well, the 7 here. Yuck. Yeah, yikes. I don't remember where Tom Ace is from exactly, but I do know you from your Twitch description that you're from Perth. So, yeah. Which is on the west coast of Australia, I think. I myself have only been in Sydney when I went to Australia. You're also in Western Australia. Oh, okay. Interesting. Then the fog lights on in my car for the first time in like 5 years. Oh dear. I think a while ago I actually heard on the news that they had snowfall in Australia, which is generally unheard of. So yeah. Really interesting. That's in Victoria. Ah, yeah, that's correct. Victoria's in, I think, to the south? I think one of my friends is actually from Victoria. I'm panicking. Oh, you heard that story over in the Alps? So if you're regularly on the East Coast in the Alpine regions. No, it's not the Perth though, not ever. Yeah, Australia is a very warm country. Matter of fact, when I visited, it was actually during the Christmas holiday, so yeah. It was summertime, and I think the warmest day I had was, I think, 42 degrees Celsius. If anyone watching here is American, I am so sorry, I do not know how Fahrenheit works. Also, oh dear, this level seems to be kicking my ass. Yeah, it burns up in Christmas. It does, yeah. But I had a good time. And the food was great. Best time of year? It sure is, yeah. Although it does mean we keep hearing the inventor of Christmas on the radio every single day. You know, Mariah Carey. Like, you hear her so regularly on the radio during the Christmas season, you'd think she invented Christmas. And then a nasty fight back in 2019. Yeah. I think it was 2014, 2015 when I visited. Which was barely an adulthood for me, because, FYI, in 28 days I'm actually turning 31, so yeah. Getting old. You don't scare me like that, please. Okay. You know what's going to happen? The moment I step through this door, the mushroom is going to appear at the bottom. See? I'm not going to give myself a fell for it again or what, because I predicted that accurately. Eee. But yeah, I do like the Christmas season. I love the food especially. It just makes me happy. All the good food during the Christmas season. Okay, time froze. How nice of it. Okay, get rid of the panzer or just get past it as quickly as I can. Door means checkpoint. Oh, this area. Right. How the hell was I even supposed to dodge that anyway? Well, okay, at least I have extra hits now. Ah. Yeah, the bad bushfire on Kangaroo Island and Victoria, which spread into Victoria. We had two in Perth, one over near the lakeside in June, June Dalop. The other was in Kings Park in Perth CBD. I see. Yeah, if there's one thing I know about Australia is that bushfires are a regular occurrence, unfortunately. And it's not fun. There we go, throwing that onto that vase just to be extra sure there won't be anything spawning from it. And I just extended that spark's route. By accident. Oops. Okay, careful, 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 careful. I love it whenever I say careful, I get substantially less careful. Always happens. Always. Oops. You know, I'm going to say something crazy, which might not happen if I keep making blunders like that, but we may just beat this game today, literally when we just started it. Which is fine, of course, but yeah. Funny. There. Oh, actually, I'm taking this along with me, I decided. Just so I can use it to take some enemies out further up. Especially that one blue panther that was just sitting up there mocking me. I mean, it was probably not mocking me, but he is mean. And there we go. That's what I wanted to do with the block. Oh, there's another one. Wahey. Okay, he's gone. Just trick him into falling down and you shall be fine. And okay, I no longer need this block, so that's fine. Also, do you guys sometimes have like hear like this very old short jingle from something very old, and like you completely forgot it existed, and then you get hit with a serious explosion of nostalgia when you suddenly hear it again? Because over in my area, we had this like very catchy jingle for videotapes and their anti-piracy messages that come come at the start of them, right? And today I discovered like a video on YouTube with that anti-piracy screen, and then I discovered that it's actually a shortened version of a full song. Yeah, I was mind blown, to put it lightly. Like, oh my nostalgia. There we go. I think this is a level that's a bit weird and gives you another boss after this one. Yeah, I was right. So say hello to Claw Grip. He's a crab that throws boulders at you. Excuse me, I thought I was supposed to grab them out of the air. Or maybe you can only do that in the GBA version. Oops. Well, I want more hit points anyway. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the low throws are the ones that are substantially easier to get. At least I think. You rock too hard. Yes, 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 Thomas, you did. I guess you could also say my entire world got rocked, but let's not push this. Let's not milk this. Let's not mind this joke for all it's worth. There we go. Victory is mine. Roll. Okay, that was awful. Okay, okay. I think there's 2 more worlds remaining in this, and the final world only has 2 levels. So yeah, the joke is more wrapped up to be. Huh. And don't worry, Siren, me saying crap all these times will not count towards me giving you crab claws next time you're streaming. No, no, it's only when you say it. I don't know, I just thought it was a funny bit to do. And like for a while, whenever I called myself old on stream, I would actually turn old, but now it's been switched to being a point redeem. So, yeah. Punch you in the rock and a crab plate. Okay, okay. Okay, Tom Hanks. Okay. Yeah, I needed a free moment to press the key on my keyboard to do that. Eep. Okay, okay. I'm gonna unplug this and see what it is, but also I'm being surrounded by pokies. Ah! Ooh. Okay, I'm taking you along with me for now. I hate everything. I hate everything. I've decided that the better plan is to actually grab, you know, a potion. No, not a potion. A poking segment, slash head, and knock the panzer out with it. Believe me, this plan is absolutely foolproof. There. See? Told you. Okay, I think this is where we would have left, you know, the potion and would have given us an extra bit of health. Oh well, what's done is done. Ah, right. This room. Lots of vases in this room. One of them has a key we need, and I think it's this one. Well, we can dig down. And there's a Fento, so yeah, that's a good indication that yes, there is indeed a key here. Hey Fento, you wanna play tag? Because in Super Mario Bros. 1, there's Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Belleville Park. That's what you're all about, apparently. There we go, he's not going to be doing anything if I keep throwing the key. Okay, okay. Hello again, Green Birdo. Oops. Shoot, I can't grab that one now. Yeah, so I'm launching myself off your head. Oops. Better anyway. I only had 1 hit point left. Oops. Okay, grab this. There. Yay. Oh. Damn it, I was double KO. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, okay. Okay, that was on me. That was also on me, I made a stupid mistake there. Well, it's sure a good thing we have infinite continues and that this was only the first level of World 6. Because now we can start again with 5 lives. In fact, if this level keeps going wrong, then yeah, we basically have infinite lives for this, but I do think you get sent back to yeah, the first level of a world if, you know. Hi Brad, hope you're doing well, I hope the stream is going well. It is going well, and I am indeed doing well despite the heat. So yeah, thanks for coming by the way. I really appreciate it. Especially after the very fun stream bit which I was, you know, watching. Although I did go AFK quite a bit because my dear boyfriend has actually made a con badge for me for Euroference. So yeah, shout out to my boyfriend Vanga because he's an absolute star. So yeah. Oh, speaking of, now that both you and Siren are here, I would like to do a certain something.
Huh?
I should turn off the soundboard. Sorry. Stop the sounds, please. It's all good. Like taking a cool voice and also comments very good. Thanks. Okay, what I want to do while you are both here. There we go. Oh, wait. So I want to immediately give Sin another shout out as well, but I couldn't because there's a cooldown on that. But right, I'll do that after I finish this level then. But so Siren and Sin, they are going to be doing a collab stream together soon this Saturday. Might be a bit later depending on your time zone, but yeah, they're going to be doing collab stream, and yeah, go check them out because they'll be playing Peak, and it shall be absolutely fun. And if the name of that game is any indication, it's probably quite good as well. So yeah. Speaking of Peak, I still gotta play that sometime. Oh well, one day. I know Vanga has it. Looking forward to it? Yes, so am I. I hope I can make it. I hope the time works out for me. Hello, Birdo. I've returned stronger this time. We'll make a mess of it and it will be glorious. I mean, that checks out considering what the game is like. I've seen some gameplay of it. Like back when Ashley Nichols and who were they? And Alex Roshan, Sean Chiplock, and who was the last one? Lizzie Freeman were playing it off stream. Which are names that might be pretty familiar to you if you watch a certain indie animation show. Speaking of, it won't be long now, just a day or two before the finale of The Amazing Digital Circus airs, and I plan to watch it. I've gone completely unspoiled thus far, thankfully, and I do hope to keep it that way. Oh, right. I'm done with the level now. I was going to shout out Tin as well. Making sure I did not turn the soundboard back on. Okay, okay. There we go. So yeah, do check them out. Need to catch up with them for spoiler free too. Excellent, excellent. It's a good show. It really is. Thanks, Brad. You're welcome. Also, according to Tom Ace, the Star Fox remake for Switch 2 is releasing next week. And you will actually get to see my lovely, lovely dolphin self if I decide to stream that. So yeah. Because I did decide on a bit of a funny gimmick where I decided to be in a toon human disguise for Mario games. I don't know, I just thought it would be funny. Whoop. There we go. I remembered this mushroom being here. Oh, nice. Yep. I do not actually have a cool outfit similar to Fox McCloud's do. So you just have to make do with one of my usual outfits. Although I did have the cowboy outfit for Fallout New Vegas. So maybe? Also, the reason I'm going back is because, yeah, I needed this albatross to spawn in so I could actually make my way to, the right. You do have Lockjaw though. Yeah, but Lockjaw usually just, he tends to just appear whenever someone decides to follow or raid me. He doesn't actually stream himself. He's a silly dinosaur like that. I'm surprised he actually has time for it while he's, flying in an R-wing-like vehicle himself. Oh well, I won't judge. It would be really rude for me to judge. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to people while playing a video game. So, I guess by comparison, we're both not so very different. Missed. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I'm quite glad I managed to nail that. Okay. Through the hawk mouth we go. Also, yeah, I didn't touch upon it, but those things are called hawk mouths because they are shaped like hawk mouths. Yeah. This game and its naming conventions. 6-3, okay. Assuming this level goes well, we might actually beat this game literally the same day we started it, so that's nice. I have reason to believe we can go to the left here, but I kind of don't want to risk it. I'm scared. I've actually played the second one? Ah, I see. I've played it very few times, if I can be honest here. It's actually the one of the original Mario trilogy I played the least, so yeah. Bombs. Very terrifying. In fact, I would go as far as to say this kind of blows. Also, yes, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on yours during your stream, but yes, I am a sucker for very, very bad puns. I love making bad puns. Okay. Oof, my throat. I should really remember to hydrate. In fact, let me do that now, real quick. Much better. They leave an explosive impression with the puns. Indeed, they do, yeah. And only you can't actually jump off of these vine thingies. Otherwise I would be able to float easily. But good pun never bomb. Yes, indeed. Oh right, those weird ladybug things are apparently called hooptas. Which is kind of weird because they don't do... Hey! Yeah, because they don't play baseball. Basketball, sorry. Fun fact, because they have such different names in my native language, I always get baseball and basketball mixed up. Also, ball from a sniffet apparently. So, yeah. Languages, am I right? Oh, you can float all of these. I'm not sure how I managed that, but I did. Okay, okay. This does feel a bit safer. It's just a little trickier to pull off. Whee! Okay, in this game you can't climb faster yet by holding the run button. I guess they did not introduce that until Super Mario World for the SNES. Which, if all goes well, that's going to be the one I'll be playing after Super Mario Bros. 3, unless I... Actually, no, I think the two Super Mario Land games chronologically came out before that. I'm actually not sure about the entire exact chronological order for Mario games, but yeah. I'll have a look and I'll see if I fit them in somewhere. But if my copy arrives early enough, I will be streaming Star Fox next week on Thursday. Same time, same place. Of course it's the same place, it's always going to be Twitch. Yep. There we go. Okay, through the thing. Alright. Still the actual boss of this level. And it's Strike Light again, who actually gets a rematch only in this original in the original version and in All Stars. In GBA version, this is where you do the second Mouser fight instead. Because a new boss called Roberto actually replaces the second Mouser fight in the GBA remake. So yeah. He does shoot a lot more fire, but we took care of him, no problem.
Hey!
Right. One more spot of gambling, and then the next world is the last one, and there's only 2 more levels remaining. Okay, so the reason there's only 2 levels in there's a heartburn as well, but sure. So the reason there's only 2 levels in the final world is because in Doki Doki Panic, you know, the game, yeah. I don't need to explain that. I've been explaining that several times today already. The reason there's only 2 levels instead of 3 is because a page accidentally got torn out of a book the 2 of the characters were reading. And this book, of course, being the one the game takes place in, so yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to. My bad. Mushroom, quickie. There we go. We're going to need that extra health very much. And yeah. In these final few levels. Although the extra health does reset once we, reach the next one, so yeah. So here's what we do with the level. We kind of just have to fly over that pillar all the way over here on the back of the albatross. There we go. Okay, I could have just jumped that. Okay. Okay, but I guess now we're going into space, considering, no, of course not. Yeah. Ah, this place. I remember this place. There's many layers to it, as you can see. And it's not even a cake, I feel ripped off. Yeah. Oh, and also, if you jump too much, you kind of have to do parts of this section over again. Not very fun. Okay. Just wait for you to pass. Okay, can you shoot, please? Ah. Okay, third time's the charm. I can do this. I'm a very intelligent dolphin, even if I don't look like it currently. Eep. Okay, Ninja, could you please move out the... Fine. Boing. It's just a good thing those bullets hit the pillar, so I don't have to, deal with them. Alright. Spark Street stairs, ladders as solid blocks. I'm really excited to finally play Digimon Story Time Story, the Switch version. Oh, nice. Meanwhile, I've been running into the same issue Siren's been running into on Tomodachi Life, where I really want to pair two Mii's up, but one of them kept rejecting the other. Oh dear. Siren, we're the same. If how a Brett solve him. Yeah. Because here's the thing, right? Silas had a crush on Luke, who has a crush on Seth, who has a crush on Rosalina. So yeah. Born from another ocean. Indeed. Indeed so. Okay, we should be good. I just have to hit you now. There we go. Okay, and that leaves only one more level. Oh, and here I thought we were finally going to get, more than just one extra life, but no. And that's all the gambling that's going to be happening in this game, so... Let's finish this then. So we're not in space, but we're at least very high up, so... I guess that'll have to do. Also say hello to conveyor belts, which for some reason get introduced all the way here this late in the game. Guess I'll float. Sorry, Peach is floating, just trivializes most of this game, it seems. Okay, down here. Eep. Ah. You go away, please, thank you. Okay. Good thing I was quick enough on the draw there. Okay. Is this the right moment to do this, or... Yeah. Okay. Completely useless chains that serve as nothing but extra blocks for these sparks to move around on. Or Sparkies. I'm not sure if they're called Sparks or Sparkies. Could be either or, honestly. Where do I place you then? Over here? You don't know what they do in the castle. Maybe change their uses. Oh yeah, good point. They say metal does conduct electricity quite well, so they could cause some chain lightning. Yep. Wait, let me pass, please. Thank you. How dare. I do know what you mean, don't worry. I'm just not going to be saying it out loud because reasons. I guess unless I'm going to make an exception for certain games or certain people I'm going to be collabing with. My streams are generally no, not genuinely, generally loosely PG-18, I would say. So yeah, emphasis on loosely. Oops. I have a question for Falco Lombardi, Gas, Teva, Pen, Rivali, King K. Rule, Sharp Claws, Kremlin Crew, Nega 64. Fox Cloud, indicating, Rydell, looking at the summons. I'll be on best behavior. I mean, you've been on your best behavior so far. By the way, innuendos like the one you were doing just then, those I would say are fine. Because, you know. Although I do swear occasionally, so yeah. Again, loosely. But like when I was streaming Fallout New Vegas, I was not holding back on certain topics, shall we say. So yeah. And should we ever collab, we'll think of what we do then. Since Vegas though, so it makes sense. Indeed, City of Sin and all that, no pun intended. Yeah. Yeah, Vegas is a very sweary game. Yeah, exceptionally the likes of Boxcars and Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Although those two are the characters that swear the most in the game, so yeah. Also, yeah, that wasn't it yet. Of course, Birdo isn't the final boss. She's not a boss of us. Another locked door. I guess we'll be saying hi to Fenjo one more time. And Birdo, apparently. Sorry, Birdo, but for the side. Oh, wait, no. I think we do have to take out Birdo. Because I think Birdo actually has the key on this occasion. Oops. Also, there's you know, the entire quest you do for James Garrett, which lets you know, do gather people to do a certain thing. So yeah, no witnesses left in the castle. Indeed. I'm like Santa Claus, I'm not leaving any witnesses. It makes sense if you in a certain context. I think I'll find about money to crush favorite bird. Oh crikey. Okay, I'm taking this along because I think we need this for this upcoming boss. Placing this here for now. So there's the Hulk mouth, and it's decided not to let us enter it immediately and has become the boss instead. So yeah. Okay, now we can enter. Okay, anyway, these phantoms won't do anything, but say hello to Ward, the final boss of this game, who actually made a surprise appearance in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which I've not yet seen, but I do want to watch it. From what I've heard, it is kind of a lot at once. It's trying to do too much, but I still want to form my own opinions. Plus, it has Yoshi in it, so that alone makes it worth a watch. It's fun? Okay, good to know. Good to know. Speaking of Yoshi, Sin, I did actually end up going back and clipping that one bit where we had the very important Yoshi-related discussion. Oops. So, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Eh. Also, yeah, Ward is allergic to vegetable. Can you imagine? I mean, I'm not big on vegetables myself, but I'm not allergic. Damn it, I gotta be a bit more careful. I'm going to be sent back to the beginning of World 7. Although, can I maybe just secretly just save and continue and it'll start me over there again? I'm not sure. Oops. I gotta be really careful. Actually, I heard there's a trick that can make this boss fight quite a bit easier if you know the trick. Actually, I secretly did, because I'm playing on a quote-unquote perfectly legitimate Super Nintendo, if you know what I mean. I could just load a save state. If it all goes wrong, but... Yeah, that's a little trick. You can just stand behind Ward and yeah, he won't shoot bubbles behind him, he will never turn around. And you can just throw the vegetable right in his mouth. Okay, that makes him a lot easier. I should have done it from the beginning. Ah. Oops. I love my 100% physical and real gaming system I stream from. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, what does the game do in this? Yeah, it does start me at 7 as well. You know what? Screw it. We're cheating. We're just going to pretend it was a very bad dream where we somehow lost. Somehow, I say. Wow, my okay. Having a weirdly snarky, egotistical moments there. I'm truly living up to the comics version of myself. Okay, I'm only doing this because, you know, we are actually somehow getting close to the end of my usual streaming window, so I do kind of want to wrap this up. So yeah, that's that. Oops. Okay, I'm just gonna load again. Oop. I know it's not entirely legit, but eh. Let's be honest, if you're playing on the Switch, you can just rewind whenever you like. So there's my excuse. Eh. There we go. Give me a veggie, please. I need to make Ward feel sick. But yeah, I can kind of believe a lot happens in the movie at once, because... Yeah, that was a prep for my stream in a bit. Okay, you have a good one. I should be wrapping up myself real soon, so yeah. E. Okay, well, now I kind of lost my train of thought, but that's okay. It would have probably distracted me too much anyway. Oh, no, I remember. Never mind. So, judging from the trailer, there's like Super Mario Galaxy stuff. There's Birdo and Ward that appear in the movie. Fuck McCloud is in it. I can kind of see where the complaints are coming from that the Mario Galaxy movie is trying to do a bit too much at once, but also at the same time, it has Yoshi in it. I just want to see Yoshi on the big screen. So yeah. If you can't tell, Yoshi is my favorite Mario character. So yeah. Yep. Mine too, same. You are awesome. But also not entirely awesome because that means oh dear, if we play Mario Party, we are going to have to fight over who gets to play as Yoshi on stream. Although maybe I'll just say the guest gets to have Yoshi. Gasp. Yeah, gasp indeed. Oops. Right, the bubbles do cancel out the veggies. Not even sure who my backup character would be. Fair enough, I do have like 3 backup characters just in case. Them being Koopa Troopa, Bowser Jr. and Donkey Kong, I think it was. Would have added Bowser to those, but his hitbox is quite large. I've seen the trailers supposed to never be fucking Cloud ever going to be moving to somewhere on the big screen. I know it was kind of crazy, yeah. I do love Fox McCloud, he's kind of my husbando. In a way, like he's the one character I absolutely have the hot for. And he also is a bit of an inspiration to me because he never, because he never gives up, even when things seem to go terribly. So yeah, if I need motivation, I just have to look at Fox McCloud, and there's my motivation. Oh, because the movie came out on the April of 1. True. Yeah. It feels like a joke and a half. Excuse me, what? Um. Okay, screw that. I'm reloading that. So Ben, that's what going to happen. The door opens up and you die at the same time. This corpse can kill me? Is it necrosis or is it irony? It's either one of those two. I don't know. I got killed by a corpse. You got hit in the last hitbox. Dang. Well, anyway, game's done. Let's see the ending. There's a vase with a cork in it, and out come what's known as the Subcon, the residents of the kingdom of Subcon. Wahey, we've saved the day. And now it's showing who's contributed and who's contributed the most. In this case, it's Peach who's done the most. And what is bleeding from his eyes? Yikes, that's kind of gruesome for a game like this. Jeez. And then he gets beaten up off screen for good measure. I do like Ward. He looks cool. I like his design. And I wish he would actually show up more. Yeah. And then it revealed the twist, but not really, that this was all a dream Mario was having. Yeah. This entire adventure didn't actually happen. There was Super Mario Bros. 3 movie going to be the production point for 2029's release. Dang, that's so far off though. Man. Yeah. So Mario wakes up briefly, gives us a glance, and yeah. And now we're going to do a character roll call of all the characters in the game. There's Mario, there's Luigi, there's Peach, also simply known as the princess in the English version. There's Toad, Shy Guy, which was introduced in this game. Sniffit, also introduced here. Ninja, also introduced here. A lot of stuff got introduced here for the first time. Bizu, Porcupine, Wheater, how did I forget that name? Bob-omb, Hoopster. Oh yeah, Trouter, that's what it was called. Pidgeot, Panzer. Oh, it's called Flurry, right. Albatross, Fentu. You got a DK movie coming out 2028. Oh, nice. Spark, okay, so it was just called Spark. And Miss Sapcon, and Spooky, and Ostro, misnamed Birdo here, and Birdo misnamed Ostro here. Autobomb, Cobrat, Mouser, Fry Guy. Man, you are really annoying. Claw Grip, Tricline. And finally, of course, we have Ward, who gives us a little chuckle at the end. The end. We did it!
Way!
Push start. What does pushing start do? Okay, that's okay. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I think you guys get the point. So while I go prepare for the raids, this has been Super Mario Bros. 2, which we started to ended today, hilariously. So yeah, next week, if next week on, let me check. I'm just going to check the release date just in case. Yeah, 25th of June. Okay, if my copy arrives, we will be streaming Star Fox next week on the today. So yeah, I hope you'll be looking forward to that. We'll be doing presumably one more stream of Five Nights at Fredbear's 3 on Saturday. And on Tuesday, if everything goes well, we'll be back with Pikmin 3. Glad I was able to catch the stream. I am also glad you were here. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate all of you coming. Okay. Let's have a look-see. How do I do this again? Let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to open the right browser. I'm doing this through my browser this time around because it works out better for me. Okay. Can I, can I search by category? Okay, you know what? Last time I sent you guys to a platforming game, but okay, you know what? I'm just going to send you guys to let's see, what's this person like? Hmm. I'm just going to see what's this person. Okay, no, that's not English, I don't think. Hmm. Okay, what's this person like? Let me do a quick check. Okay, so this person, the retro Nintendo 24H. Does this guy have commentary? I'm not hearing any commentary, and he's quite kind of loud. Okay, this guy doesn't seem to have commentary. Okay. Okay, but there's Aiden Jax 101 who's speedrunning this game right now. So I guess I can send you guys over to him. So yeah, I'll be doing this now. So yeah, get out of my house, and I'll see you all next time.